Okay, you ready for me to turn over?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Okay, now this one, it looks a bit ickier because you've got negative numbers there. Okay, but we can still work this out, right? So what we want is, well, let's take it one at a time. If I'm working out this distance, the rise, okay, the rise. Now again, rise is to do with, is it the x or the y? X or y. It's with the y, very good, okay? So here's one of the y coordinates, and here is the other one, 3 and negative 1, okay? Now I can think about this a couple of ways, okay? Now, yeah, what's this distance? Well, here's one way of approaching it, okay? How far is this distance from the x-axis up to b? Look carefully, is it the x or y coordinate? It's the y coordinate, right? It's the y. So that distance there is 3. Okay, that's right. Now, if you go the other way, going downwards, right? I have to go down to negative 1, right? So this distance is 1. So you can add these two together and you can see the distance is 4. Right? Does that make sense? The distance from here to here will be 3 plus 1.
But I thought you said on the rise, if it's in a minus, it actually minuses.
Be careful. The rise is from here, all the way from down the bottom here, right? All the way up to the top.
Oh, but
and that's 4.
Negative,
that's 4.
Be
Yeah, okay.
Or is it 2?
Okay, now you have a look. Is this whole side, can it be 2? That would mean it's shorter than this part. That can't be right. It's got to be 4. It's got to be 4. Okay.
So I don't understand why.
Yeah. Let me show you another way. Okay. Remember, I'm trying to work out this whole distance here. Okay. Now come back to the previous side. How did we work it out last time? Right. I took away 1. Right. Sorry, 1 from 6. 6 take away 1. 6 minus 1, okay? In other words, I did this y coordinate minus this y coordinate. Can you see that? 6 minus 1?
Yeah.
So now, when I come to this situation, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but watch out for the negatives. Watch what happens. I'm going to do this y coordinate, 3, take away, now what's the other y coordinate? It's negative 1, exactly right. Now, when you take away a negative, you get a positive, right? That's 3 plus 1, that's 4. Right, so you got 2 ways to think about it. You can think, oh look, there's a 3 part, there's a 1 part. Right, they go up and down.
I thought whenever like you're multiplying the negative, not multiplying, plussing like negatives and negatives together. You know how like you did a negative and negative and you got positive?
Yep.
I thought that was only timesing or dividing.
So what you've got here, hiding in here, right, there's actually a 1 there. So this part here, this part, that is minus 1 times 1.
Oh, okay.
So there is multiplication, but it's kind of hidden in there. It's tucked away, okay? So let me write it again. It's 3 minus a negative 1, okay? And that's 4. Okay? So there you go. There's the rise, right? And I'm going to work out the run in exactly the same way. Except this time, it's the x coordinates, which are 5 and negative 4. Okay? So I'm going to go 5, take away, negative 4. Right? And there's a double negative, so it's 5 plus 4, which is 9.
Yes, I called it.
Okay? Good. Well done. So now I've got my lengths. I've got the 2 shorter sides of the right angled triangle. So I can go back to Pythagoras now. I can say AB squared is equal to the squares of the 2 shorter sides. Right? And the reason is Pythagoras.
Do you always have to write that?
Now, I'm going to get to that in a second. Good question. The short answer is no, and I'll show you why. Okay. I take the square root of those.
It's 9.8.
Okay. And yeah, it's what I'm going to get under here. This is 16 plus 81. 16 plus 81, which I think is the square root of 97. But just like the previous question, 97 is not a square number. Okay. So I can leave it like that. I can say, look, that's exact. Or alternatively, I can approximate it. What was it again?
9.84.
Great.
So do you have to approximate it, or can you just leave it?
Okay, so I'll just, that's a good question. I'll refer back to before, right? Am I supposed to approximate or not? And the question is, well, look at what the question asks you. Sometimes they'll ask you to approximate. Give it to me 2 decimal places. Give it to me 1 decimal place.
Doesn't say.
If they say nothing, then leave it. You leave it like that.